important, but again, reaction functions, path. If we cannot, and it starts to look, and again, you don't have to wait till May 15th for this, right? If you start to see like a week goes by here, we're not getting the momentum you would expect. Things are still floundering, still seeing some weakness. There is significant risk, and I want to really, and potential energy, I really want to highlight this in the June OPEX. We talk about quarterly OPEXs and the importance of them all the time. But there is a ton of, and more than usual, open interest in the June OPEX. Partially because there has been a lot of, going back to the VIX call speculation and other things, there have been a significant amount of vol buying in the longer end of the curve, and there's already been a bit of weakness that's been building for several months in the longer end of the curve. We've seen a lot of expansion in vol. The front continues to decay, and the back continues to get bought. As that's happened, the June in particular has been a point of short vol. Why? Not just because it's a quarterly and there's lots of structured products. Yes, every quarter they are big. That's one. But two, it's another Fed meeting. We have a Fed meeting right before that June OPEX. So that's been an important driver and an important one. Again, there's been speculation as far as like that the Fed cut starting then, right up until more recently. So there's a lot of still uncertainty, and again, some of that'll come out with the May OPEX here. But importantly, that there is some other added vol in there because of that. On top of that, third of all, it is a 5-week option cycle. Again, seems like a random, unimportant thing, but it's not. Why? Because the week or two, right? It's usually about a week and a half of weakness before Vana and Charm, these structural flows come back into the market, is that first week after into an option cycle. When you go to 5 weeks, you go from 1 to 1.5 weeks of week, without positive flows, potential risk in the market, to 2.5, right? And that is a significant, right, 75 or so % increase in the amount of time where things can go bad. So that week and a half to 2.5 weeks, call it 2.5 weeks in this cycle, of the last half of the May cycle into the first 2 weeks of the June cycle are particularly dangerous. And if things were to continue to break down here, and we went into that cycle, it could create a deleveraging, a significant increase in even more deleveraging, and you could bring the vol complex into this decline, right? So there is a tail sitting out there, and the time window is very clear in which that tail exists. You need to hedge for that event. Now, that said, I am of the utmost confidence, maybe that's too confident, that whatever this decline is, and it could be significantly more, will come to an end sometime after, not far after June OPEX at the worst case. And again, it could be as early as here, May 1st. So you have a window that is a potential